Good pause YouTube, 6fthax here. Have for you guys today, pretty fun close match I had against Saxono. Got this match off of my Discord. Of course, if you guys would like to battle me, then feel free to join my Discord. I try to look for battles there daily, like 1 to 3 almost every day. So hopefully you guys will have a chance to battle me. Question of the day should be finally different. I don't know what happened yesterday, man. I'm guessing I just forgot to save it after I changed it, or something happened in Adobe Premiere because I had some issues with it before, but just I don't know what happened, but the question of the day should have been different. So really hoping the change goes through this time. So I'm using a pretty cool team I got off of the SMACKDOWN forums. I'll leave a link to that down below for you guys to go check out the other cool teams there. And going into the matchup, I have literally no switch-ins to a Choice Specs Primarina with a proper prediction. So that's absolutely terrifying as I lead off with my Scizor. I did kind of expect them to lead with the Primarina, but he ended up leading off with the Empoleon. And I forgot that my Scizor does not have the U-turn, so I go straight for the superpower. I'm adamant max attack. I'm gonna do a whole lot of damage to that Empoleon. As it turns out, he still has the Citrus Berry, which is a little bit annoying because depending on how he plays Empoleon, then he gets back more HP from Citrus Berry than he would from leftovers. So I switch into my Magneton here. Didn't expect them to stay in, but I thought he would switch into the Amoonguss. That was a little bit foolish of me to think because Gliscor still would have been a decent middle ground play, although I guess I could have gone for the knockoff, so that kind of made me think more he would switch into Amoonguss than Gliscor, risking the Toxicor, but it's fine because he shouldn't be able to do anything to my Aerodactyl here. Even if he goes for the Toxic, predicting me to switch, that's not too big of an issue because I'm just going to come in here to try to get on my rocks. Empoleon has been severely weakened, and if I pressure Serena enough, then I should be able to prevent him from rapid spinning, so that will hopefully come to play out here. As I get on my rocks on the incoming Amoonguss, this is a little bit annoying because the thought of going straight for the wing attack did cross my mind because I could have 2KO'd him here, but I thought rocks in the long run were definitely going to be my better move, as I'm going to switch out here expecting him to go for the Spore, but I get that completely wrong because he ends up going for the Giga Drain. Now I'm not sure if one, he doesn't have Spore, but he should have Spore, or he just probably thought I would switch out and then that way he could Spore whatever I switched in, or if he could knock me out here like he's about to, then he doesn't have to waste Spore and he can still put something else on my team to sleep later in the match. So that's a little bit annoying. Honestly, Crocodile really wasn't going to be doing anything in this matchup. The fact that I'm able to get rid of the Black Sludge and get off some knockoff damage is really nice, as I can bring him Aerodactyl here. If he does want to stay in here and risk me having the wing attack, then I will gladly take this exchange because he does make that risk. Funny enough though, he doesn't really have a safe switch in to my Aerodactyl, especially now that the Empoleon has been severely weakened. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Mega Aerodactyl gets Ice Fang. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm guessing he can maybe think I have that for the Gliscor. So in comes the Primarina. Unfortunately, don't have the Stone Edge. Even if I did, I don't think I would knock him out, and a Wing Attack surely isn't going to knock him out. So I'm going to switch into my Slowbro. I don't think I'm running that much Spadeffi these, but I should be able to take a resisted hit, which that still does like 40%, which is insane, man. Specs Primarina is absolutely terrifying because I literally have nothing to switch into this monster, man. I have to stay in here. Gonna go for the slack off, half thinking he would switch out, half expecting him to stay in and just go for another Sparkling Aura. But because I did go for the slack off this turn, I'm thinking, alright, he's definitely 100% gonna switch out here, thinking that I'm gonna go for another Sparkling Oreo, right? So I'm gonna switch into my Magneton, get off a huge hit on the Serena or whatever with a Specs Stab Flash Cannon. No, he stays in. Sparkling Oreos again, and I lose my Magneton for literally no reason. So that was kind of unfortunate. I lose him on that could have put in a little bit of work, maybe got 1 or 2 KOs, and that really sucks because now I'm down 4 to 5 and things aren't really looking that good for me, especially against this damn Primarina, which he's playing very, very aggressively. Like, if he was playing this more conservatively, I definitely would have played around it a little bit better, but the fact that he's playing it so aggressively here when it can do so much work to my team is kind of throwing me off. But it's not entirely too annoying, especially after this Calm Mind, because I'll definitely take another Sparkling Aura after a Calm Mind, and I'll be able to take 2 after that. So I did kind of expect them to switch into the Serena here. That's a perfectly fine switching for him to do because after this slack off, I still live any one hit from the Serena. So if he wants to try and rapid spin or drop kick, I'm just going to go ahead and go straight for the Sawshock, but he doesn't even want to play those games. So he's going to end up going straight for the U-turn. Also, he probably thought that I was going to switch out fearing a trap kick from the Serena. So in comes the Primarina, and I am going to go for the +1 Sawshock. I don't think I'm running any special attack investment, unfortunately, so Primarina will be able to just barely live here. And I kind of misplay this turn. I really thought I was going to take this Moonblast a lot better than I did. So I thought that after a slack off, I would be able to take another one, and then from there, I could have gone for a +1 side shock to either knock out this Primarina or get off good damage on whatever he decided to switch in. But now I put myself in a position of where I either sack off my Slowbro or I slack off, it's not slack off, but sack off my Scizor, and I feel like I have more use for my Scizor than I do for my Slowbro. So he is going to end up knocking me out as I bring in my Aerodactyl here. I was hoping he thought I was going to go for the Pursuit, but he actually ends up just hard switching right into the Gliscor. That is fine by me. I will be able to go off some decent damage with the Wing Attack. Thought about going straight for the Aqua Tail at the same time, though. I think Aqua Tail can miss, so I didn't want to risk that. Ash is going to make a decent play here, going for the Protect. I almost didn't want to go straight for the Aqua Tail, but at the same time, I didn't want to play around with this Gliscor, because at this point in the match, I think I'm down like 3-5. So obviously my opponent is definitely in the advantage, as he is going to sack off his Primarina here. I'm not really sure why he made this play. Maybe he was just trying to get me to waste a Aqua Tail PP maybe. I'm not entirely too sure. And then he's going to end up switching into his Serena here, maybe thinking that he could live a Wing Attack. But honestly, like I said, I'm just in a really bad spot right now. I have to just be aggressive against whatever I see, and I'm gonna go for the Wing Attack against the Serena. I could have probably sacked off my Aerodactyl to the Serena, so my Hawlucha could have set up against it, but at the same time though, I still feel like I can definitely win this match just with Hawlucha, because you guys are going to see. So in comes the Gliscor, gonna go for the Aqua Tail. Managed to hit. Surprisingly enough though, this should be about a 2-hit KO even after 2 turns of Poison Heal, but unfortunately he misses the Toxic, and honestly that's just really damn annoying. I really wished he hit that Toxic. I'm actually upset that he missed, not happy at all, because if he had hit that Toxic, that means he would have definitely just 1v1 my Aerodactyl, giving me a guaranteed free switch into my Hawlucha. But now the fact that he missed means that he could potentially realize that him leaving in his Gliscor to beat my Aerodactyl 1v1 is a very bad thing for him to do, so he could try to switch into the Torkoal, because Torkoal is still not going to get knocked out by her Jump Kick even after Rocks and a potential Earthquake from Aerodactyl here. So I missed the Aqua Tail there, which is a little bit unfortunate, but really doesn't end up mattering at all. The good thing about me hitting the Aqua Tail just means that it would have guaranteed that he stayed in an extra turn, I think, to either go for the Protect or go for the Roost. So at this point, I'm thinking maybe he's going to try and switch into Torkoal. So by going for the Earthquake, I can hopefully get off 2 Earthquakes on the Torkoal. Then I can sub up with my Hawlucha, putting myself into Citrus Berry range. Then after activating it, I think Acrobatics should be able to knock out Torkoal after Rocks and 2 Earthquakes from Mega Aerodactyl if he's max defense, max HP. So that explains why I'm Earthquaking a Gliscor there. But this is absolutely amazing, because now I bring in Hawlucha, and after yesterday's battle, I just really wanted to use Hawlucha again. And luckily right now, Hawlucha's about to put the team on his back. We were down 3-5. It is now 2-3, but it's okay, because this Gliscor can literally do nothing to my Hawlucha, which means after this substitute, I'm gonna go for the Swords Dance. I'm a +2 behind the sub. I outspeed the Gliscor, I outspeed the Torkoal, and I outspeed this Empoleon. The only problem is that I need to hit high jump kick against this Empoleon. So if I miss, he could still maybe win, but I think I'm knocked into my Citrus Berry range anyways. So after breaking my sub, if I miss another high jump kick, or if I don't knock him out with the Acrobatics, then he can knock out my Hawlucha. Luckily though, don't miss the HJK, as in comes the Torkoal. I needed to get off damage on this Torkoal if I wanted Hawlucha to sweep, but because I was able to get up a sub and +2, I'll definitely knock him out with the high jump kick. But I ended up misclicking on the Acrobatics. Either high jump kick there or Swords Dance were definitely my play, because if he lived HJK, then I should have just Swords Dance at +4. But I mean, it's fine. The misclick really doesn't matter, because I'm going to be able to substitute here and activate my Citrus Berry, activating the Acrobatics, making it double the power now. So that means I'm going to be able to definitely knock him out with this next Acrobatics. And at this point, his last Pokemon is going to be that Gliscor, which of course, as we know, cannot touch Hawlucha because his only offensive move is Earthquake. I am a flying type, and because I have Substitute, I block Toxic. So gonna go for the sub here and just get up to +6 to guarantee that I can OHKO this Gliscor. Also didn't want to play around with him for some reason, like trying to spam Protect, or maybe thinking he could try to stall out my acrobatics. So that's also another reason why I decided to go to +6, because at +6, even though I am Jolly and Gliscor is a very defensive mon, I will definitely just annihilate him with this acrobatics. Actually, funny enough, Hawlucha right now in RU I think is being suspect tested, or it got moved to BL2 because it's too good for RU, and in this UU battle definitely put in a lot of work. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the battle, answer the question of the day, which fourth time is hopefully the charm. I'm looking at it, it's different. Please, Adobe, don't mess up, please. So hammer on that like button as well, guys, if you enjoyed the video, and 2 videos on the end screen. So thank you all for watching. Later, everybody.
Cause my brain and heart are both tied in a knot, and this hinders me from crying a lot. This causing me to show no emotion. But when I said I cared, I wasn't joking. But I guess it's too late for me to become broken. For now, I'm living with no more pain, tears, or hoping. I'm just coasting. Yeah, I said I'm coasting. No more pain, tears, and hoping. For real.